Center Light, a pocket flight manual into the heart of creation by Miles Harmon. Introduction. We stand at an astonishing crossroads where our limited human perspective meets our infinite nature, and we shine as the light of God's eternal being even in our darkest moments. Let me invite you on a journey, a cosmic flight, not out toward the stars, but inward towards your quiet center. This voyage takes you into the still point where you're already awake and whole. This quest deep into your heart reveals the place where you're one with everything. All the peace, clarity, healing, joy, and wisdom you seek don't exist outside you. They radiate from within, because that's where our shared light's living virtue truly shines. All light is consciousness, and all consciousness is light. The essence of astrospirituality is to understand ourselves and our universe by linking the outer cosmos and our inner awareness. That which animates the sun and stars also glows as you. You are light, looking out through human eyes. Astrospirituality provides an inner map and cosmic compass, guided by the sun to symbolize our center light, our source of all being. It helps us remember who we are, not just human forms moving through time, but the singular light of God's all-pervasive consciousness, diffused into our universe to rediscover who we are. Your unseen world of thoughts, intuitions, and feelings reflects across celestial structures. The galaxies, nebulae, and stars aren't just out there, but also in you. You're the one animating it all from your heart. So this journey isn't about becoming something new. You're already light, and astrospirituality helps you see, feel, and remember your timeless essence. In part 1, we'll build our map home by exploring 6 waypoints from feeling stuck and limited to realizing our infinite nature. Part 2 puts this map into action. We'll begin to reawaken as the light of God's pure consciousness, reflected as our uniquely enlightened self. Then in part 3, our inner reawakening starts to radiate outward. We'll recognize our one consciousness across our relationships, families, communities, humanity, and even the earth itself. Bit by bit, we'll realize that what appears as our chaotic or shadowed universe is our unseen yet perfect creation that's been shining through all along. Part 4 is about coming home, fully and deeply. We'll return to our shared center light, reignite our human heart as the source of all being, and reawaken as the light of God's eternal consciousness. Think of this voyage like a cosmic flight from your outer reality to the very center of yourself. You are the pilot, charting your way home to shine as the radiant sun within your heart. I hope you savor every moment of this journey through your inner sky, as you rise to reclaim our one loving center and rediscover the infinite light you've always been. Part 1, our astro-spiritual universe, our inner map to reawaken as light. We have a map leading us back into our unblemished heart, revealed when we persistently transcend the shadows overcasting our lives. Even though we appear to be limited individual beings exploring a vast universe, we remain one infinite, unified consciousness. Our cells, bodies, societies, solar systems, galaxies, and the cosmos share the same patterns, reminders that we come from one source. This journey isn't about escaping our lives or the earth, but waking up where we find ourselves. It's about remembering we're not just stardust, we're starlight. It's about realizing we aren't just in a universe, we're our universe becoming aware of itself. We begin by exploring 6 waypoints, milestones to help us reconnect to our essence as light. Each brings us closer to living from more profound clarity, unity, and love as we realize our true nature. This journey takes us home to ourselves and each other at the heart of existence. And as we light up from the inside out, we help the world do the same. 6 astro-spiritual waypoints lead us home into our heart. Waypoint 1, Embodied Attachment. We begin at the surface, feet on the ground, hearts half asleep. From a fixed spot on our turning world, we believe we're one view, unaware that we're our whole universe. Waypoint 2, Spiritual Translation. Here, the grip of old perception loosens. We start to move, question, and stretch beyond the edges of who we thought we were. Our awareness begins to stir, like light breaking at dawn. Waypoint 3, Transcendent Awareness. Now we rise. Leaving behind our story's surface, we launch into our being's vastness. We're no longer just a person or a body. We're awareness voyaging through our inner sky. Waypoint 4, Individual Enlightenment. In the stillness between worlds, we remember, even amid shadow, we're the light of God's perfect being shining from within. We're the luminous form behind the veil, steady and eternal. Waypoint 5, Universal Enlightenment. We see it all from here, our universe pulsing as our light. Every star, soul, and story is part of our one infinite song. We're the harmony underlying our reality. Waypoint 6, Cosmic Enlightenment. At last, we return, not to a place but to a presence, the radiant heart of all things, beating within our own. We're the sun at the center, the still flame, and the loving light of God's eternal consciousness. So here we are, on this fantastic cosmic ride. Let's follow our light into our heart, and as we launch, we don't rise alone, but lift the whole world with us. Chapter 1.1, Embodied Attachment. Our journey into enlightenment starts when we loosen the grip of who we think we are. We begin life rooted to our physical bodies, seeing the world from a single point as we spin through our universe. Imagine standing on Earth and a whole month passing in just 1 minute. You'd see day and night flicker by like a light show. The moon cycles through its phases and planets drift, backdropped by a kaleidoscope of twinkling stars shifting across the sky. It would feel magical, like riding a cosmic carousel through light and shadow. Embodied attachment is like one view of our universe from Earth. We naturally start our story, affixed to our spherical form surface. We're tied to our preconditioned perceptions, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally shape our identities around them. We grow up believing we see the whole story, but really, it's just one angle, a tiny sliver of a much greater truth. Most of us live remotely upon our form, revolving, tilting, and orbiting around our heart, slowly warming under our center light until cooling at night across joy and pain, success and loss. We often forget that behind all this living motion is something constant, the inner light of our eternal consciousness, our true essence. Like the moon's phases seen from Earth, we only glimpse part of our greater truth from where we stand, but we're always shining as our center light's pure radiance. From our heart's central point of view, everything is already fully lit and forever whole. We only feel fragmented and shadowed because we're stuck perceiving from a narrow terrestrial perspective, and yet that's part of our reality's design. We chose to come here and experience the limitations, contrasts, and drama of our human life. Still, the invitation to remember our timeless essence is always at hand. We're not just embodied upon a planet, but living stories in motion that uniquely express our infinite light. The more we awaken to this, the more we can shift from suffering and confusion toward peace, clarity, and love. It's not wrong to see our universe from our form's planet-like surface. It's a beautiful place to start. But eventually, we're meant to rise beyond all shadows and separation, reclaim our heart's full radiance, and shine as our center light's consciousness. Chapter 1.2, Spiritual Translation. Our voyage accelerates as we explore our unseen surface. We dramatically expand when we loosen our fixed identities and move into deeper awareness. By releasing our localized perspectives upon our inner world, we can travel toward a more peaceful truth, the unfading light of our eternal consciousness. As we release our conditioned focus and leave our narrow beginnings, we unbind our perspective and shift towards our heart's radiant center. Think of it like this. Early humans had a limited view of the sky, rooted to one place. As we gained the ability to move across the earth, we discovered unseen skies, new stars, and broader perspectives. Just as travel expands our view of the heavens, shifting our internal awareness stretches our understanding of ourselves and our universe. We can radically redefine our reality by exploring our human form's embodied sphere. This movement isn't just physical, it's spiritual. We can translate our awareness by changing our thoughts, letting go of rigid beliefs, and pursuing our inner light. Life mirrors the Earth's rhythms. Days and nights alternate across lighter and darker seasons. Sometimes we're in summer, full of joy and clarity. Other times we're in winter, shadowed and searching. We can even find ourselves marooned upon a world that's tidally locked to the darkest night, unaware that we have an unseen, yet timelessly enlightened hemisphere. Just as every planet possesses many perspectives, we too can move away from the shadows and toward our center light. Every perception, belief, or identity is a point upon our sphere. As we revolve through life, our view and reality shift. We often think we're stuck with who we are, but the truth is, we can adjust our angle whenever we choose. The more we release our preconceptions, fears, self-limitations, identities, and personas, the more we align as the light that always shines in our heart. Even if our steps are small, each one moves us closer to the brilliance of who we truly are, the light of all consciousness, alive in every moment. Religion and spirituality can help guide our translation. Religions at their best are tools for reconnecting to our true essence as pure light, but sometimes they anchor us in duality, teaching separation instead of unity. Authentic enlightenment doesn't come from worshiping something outside of ourselves. We can remember that we're eternally divine, already whole, and always home. By recalling that all light shines from our center, we can stop searching amidst our universe's revolving shadows and launch within to reclaim our freedom. Chapter 1.3: Transcendent Awareness. We launch into our inner universe by transcending our self-limiting identities, sometimes through inspiration, at others through heartbreak, always guided by our center light. Our journey toward enlightenment accelerates when we rise above our limited perspectives and start seeing life from untethered views. Whether sparked by awe or hardship, our desire to grow pulls us toward the light of something greater. We're drawn out of our embodied existence and back into our core, towards reawakening as the one divine consciousness we all share in our heart. Human evolution mirrors our spiritual journey. From early tribes to modern nations, our growth has come through the swirl of competition, cooperation, and compassion. Every scientific, spiritual, or societal leap brings us closer to unity. Even during collective struggles, like global conflicts, we've seen how adversity pushes us to build stronger connections and reach new heights, transforming the rockets we constructed from our rage into vessels that took us to the moon. We also personally live out this tug of war between our limited, shadowed perspectives and our infinite inner light. Life's ups and downs push us to expand our awareness. We rise above our shadowed surface, like voyagers launching from Earth, shedding our self-limiting attachments to reach for our enlightened wholeness. We start to see our lives from the stillness of our inner space, where our experiences quietly pass below. From this higher view, we realize that we're not our suffering, but the transcendent awareness observing it all. We can even anchor in geostationary orbit to witness our lives from detached clarity without getting pulled into every emotional storm. Still, we often return to our old patterns. Like astronauts re-entering Earth, we cycle between breakthroughs and familiar struggles. It's part of the process, but every launch makes us more competent voyagers. Even when we feel lost or discouraged, we can reconnect with our desire to remember who we truly are as light. Exploring our inner and outer space by transcending as awareness or journeying to the moon reflects the same longing. To rediscover our divine essence as the radiant light animating all realities. Our destiny is to reawaken from our heart, unshadowed, unified, whole, and fully shining in the present. Every doubt, stagnation, and detour eventually leads us back to love. When we truly accept and love ourselves as the light we always are, we stop chasing distractions and start ascending with purpose. From there, our journey home to our true self as our center light exponentially accelerates. Chapter 1.4: Individual Enlightenment. When we remember our human form's loving essence as light, we reveal our unique self-reflection as God's perfect consciousness. We all carry an enlightened form within, a flawless reflection of our infinite consciousness, but we often lose touch with our timeless essence during our human journey. Our mission isn't to chase fleeting ideals across our universe, but to rediscover perfection within ourselves. When we realign with our inner light and shine from our center, we reawaken as divine consciousness right here and now. We came into this life innocent, whole, and perfect. But through curiosity and wonder, we gravitated into our self-limiting perceptions, fears, traumas, and identities that no longer serve us. These shadows aren't failures, they're part of our journey home. By lovingly embracing even our most fragmented selves, we transmute our suffering into clarity and our pain into purpose. Trying to fix the world while disconnected from our heart creates an imbalance. It's like each country racing to colonize the moon instead of working together as one human light to become worthy to receive the stars. When we harmonize our perspective in alignment with our heart's purity, we naturally radiate peace, love, and purpose. We begin our transformation with compassion, forgiveness, and charity for ourselves, treating our wounds, fears, and past mistakes with loving kindness. In doing so, we lift ourselves out of the shadows and into our light. Our inward path is like aligning a satellite at a Lagrange point in space, a place of perfect balance between the sun and earth, or our heart's direct radiance upon our human form. Through this realignment, we see our fully illuminated self as our divine light. From here, we can view our lives not as broken or lacking, but as reflections of our eternal perfection. When we live as our center light's direct radiance, we embody virtues like love, intelligence, abundance, and wholeness. We're no longer bound by fear or scarcity when we reconnect to our heart. Instead, we awaken as mirrors of God's consciousness, guiding ourselves from grace. Our transformation is like a butterfly's metamorphosis. Once earthbound, we free ourselves to soar. Even when we get pulled back into shadow, our path remains the same. Look within, realign as light, and rise as the sun. Our desire to love, heal, and grow is not selfish, it's divine. It's how we illuminate every part of our reality. Reawakening as the light of God's consciousness isn't a one-time event, but an enduring commitment to seeing with love's pure eyes in each now. As we do, we become living reminders that the radiant truth of who we are never fades, even in our darkest moments. Upon realigning with our heart's purity, we no longer just see sparkling reflections across our screen of awareness, but can reawaken as all light. Chapter 1.5, Universal Enlightenment. As we reclaim our unity across all light, we shine as our enlightened universe. Our authentic enlightened self emerges from our center light when we reconnect with our timeless unity at the core of our being. As we seek our inner radiance, we rise beyond the limited, shadowed perceptions that keep us feeling separate or small. We're not just wandering through life, but on an inward journey home to reawaken from our creation's heart as the light of God's consciousness. Our experience shifts as we realign our awareness. To truly awaken, we must turn our full attention within. Focusing on our center light reveals our innate perfection and releases the distracting identities that keep us bound to our limited sense of self. Every dark form, every shadow we encounter is a potentiality of our unclaimed light. Just as darkness can't approach the sun, transcending all limited views enlightens our reality. Picture yourself as Jupiter's great red storm, massive, powerful, and ancient. But every structure eventually dissolves. What remains when you let your form go? Where do you move when you stop identifying with the turbulence? You rise. You ascend above the clouds, beyond the confusion, until you glimpse the sun, your truest light, shining from the center of your heart. As you draw closer, every object you pass, planets, moons, and asteroids, transforms from shadow to luminous. You realize the darkness was never absolute. It was just the angle from which you viewed it. The more you align with your living source's light, the more everything brightens. This journey reveals our ever-present enlightened universe from our heart's surface, where we're still aligned to our individual form, yet synchronized to our perfect creation. You enlighten your universe by standing on the surface of the sun at the center of your heart to see every manifestation as the reflection of your loving radiance. You don't lose your identities by reuniting your form and heart, but purify them. You see yourself in others, nature, and across the stars. You realize that you're already whole and always have been. And if you go even deeper into the heart of the sun, into our center light, you dissolve into pure consciousness. You become one with everything. No separation, no limitation, just light. So let's keep rising within. Let's release all self-limitations and embrace our cosmic love. Let's fully return home and awaken to the truth that we always have been and always will be, the light of God's eternal consciousness. Chapter 1.6, Cosmic Enlightenment. Reawakening from our loving heart across all consciousness reveals our ever-present perfect creation. Just as our human heart pumps life-giving blood, a home's hearth directs warmth, and the sun radiates vast energy. We're the eternal source of all virtue and vitality, lovingly animating all as light. Our one being's essence unites all suns, hearts, and forms, creating a cosmic singularity of boundless generosity. When we reawaken as our creation's radiant center, we reclaim our unity across all light. Our consciousness has no limits. We're infinite, holding all possibilities within our heart, even as we struggle while forgetting ourselves amidst limitation. By releasing all binding beliefs, we remember ourselves as God's consciousness. All forms and realities reflect our light, united from our one heart in our cosmic love. As we awaken, we dissolve all shadows and become one with our center light at the core of all creation. We generated our universe's Big Bang by slowing ourselves into our organically moderated, limited perspectives. Every experience, no matter how distant or fragmented, is part of our journey home to our center. Like a sun's inferno, our innermost heart burns all self-limitations back into our timeless unity. We transcend space and time by reawakening and reuniting all forms and stories as infinite consciousness. We're always the light of God's eternal being, timelessly radiating all love, joy, and perfection. Our light remains relativistic, and despite the vast distances between stars, light speed dissolves all spatial and temporal boundaries. The light from every star interconnects now, revealing a unity that transcends distance. Each star liberates us as timeless light, as we instantaneously reflect across our one creation. As we reawaken to our true nature as all light, we merge with our center light and reclaim our being's singularity to reconcile space and time as one point in our unified heart. We tend to forget our essence as infinite consciousness by identifying with each human experience while perceiving from our body's self-limiting hardware. Our desire to create new stories while exploring each universe binds us to limited identities, temporal realities, and suffering perspectives. But by remembering that we're the light of God's consciousness, we begin to transcend all outward bonds and reconnect to our infinite self, alive at the center of our heart. We can always reclaim our original state of enlightened perfection. In every moment, we can transcend our individual stories, return to our center light, and reawaken as infinite consciousness. Upon fully awakening, we can recast our lives however we choose. Right here and now, we can lovingly reclaim our creation's eternal perfection as the living heart of all being. Part 2, our perfection as light, enlightening our individual form. Our human lives unfold across change and growth as we revolve through light and shadow. You're the light of God's being, timeless, perfect, and infinite. Yet here you are, living a human life, experiencing limitation, change, and suffering. Why? Because from our boundless freedom as all consciousness, we choose to explore all of our creation's possibilities, even the ones that feel shadowed or imperfect. Our core is pure light, endlessly radiating across every form, moment, and life. We each uniquely reflect our light, uniting as one perfect creation that orbits our unified heart's loving center. Out of curiosity, we wondered, what would it be like to forget our perfection, become human, and remotely view our infinite self from just one angle? So we journeyed here to perceive from our spherical form, amidst time and under shadow. We were born, opened our eyes, began seeing through the lens of our human experience, contracting our consciousness while expanding our universe. We learned to limit ourselves through minds shaped by culture, emotion, and identity. In doing so, we temporarily forgot who we are. But forgetting was part of our plan. It's how we explore contrast and separation to remember our unity again. Every story we live adds depth to our being. No matter how lost we feel, our light never leaves us. It patiently shines from within, waiting for us to reawaken. Our path home isn't about escaping life, but transforming it. We align as our center light by ascending inward beyond identity, ego, and illusion. We rediscover that all light is consciousness, and all consciousness is us. God's living being breathing through every moment. Even in darkness and despite all suffering, we remain free. We're the authors of every story we live and carry the power to awaken to our perfection at any time. Through curiosity, introspection, humility, and persistence, we rise, moment by moment, back into our clarity, perfection, unity, and love. You're not waiting for salvation from outside yourself because you're the Savior you've been seeking. As you remember this, you help illuminate the way for others. Together, we're revealing our enlightened creation, one heart at a time. So take a breath and feel your center. You're not alone, because we're all one. You're infinite light, beautiful, perfect, and whole, always guiding yourself back home to your eternally perfect self. Chapter 2.1, Self-Realization. Every experience, no matter how heavy or dark, carries the potential to lead us home to our center light. At our core, we're the light of God's consciousness, pure, infinite, and one. Yet in our human experience, we often forget this truth. We get caught up in our surface identities, chasing the shadows of what we already are as light. We don't find enlightenment outside ourselves, but reclaim it by remembering who we are as our center light. As we explore life through different perspectives, we create the illusion of separation and limitation. Isolation is part of our journey to experience our being's full spectrum, from darkness to light. Even when we feel lost or fragmented, our timeless essence never dims. Each moment is an opportunity to launch inward and pilot ourselves home to the center of all existence. Our thoughts, focus, and desires shape our reality. The more we tune into love, compassion, and truth, the more our outer world reflects harmony. Every experience, even suffering, becomes a stepping stone to return home to our enlightened self. We don't need to fight the darkness, but to reawaken as light. Life is a cosmic dance of forgetting and remembering. We orbit outward, then return to our heart. Each reunion strengthens our awareness of our true self as our creation's infinite consciousness. Our journey is the purpose, whose bounty is a profound appreciation of our wholeness as light. We reawaken our perfect self by piloting through our astrospiritual waypoints. 1. Embodied attachment. We're born into our limited perceptions, revolving through life on autopilot, trapped in our habits, beliefs, and early conditioning. We forget our essence is light and live in the shadows of confusion, fear, and suffering. 2. Spiritual translation. When we seek clarity, growth, and healing, we shift our awareness. By inwardly focusing upon our loving purpose, we loosen the grip of fear and self-doubt to move into brighter perspectives. 3. Transcendent awareness. Big shifts, like love, awe, or near-death moments, lift us above our limited existence. We remember who we are, gain the freedom to release our pain, even if old habits sometimes pull us back. 4. Individual enlightenment. As we consistently rise, we stabilize in the consciousness of our true nature, God's light perfectly expressed in human form. We heal ourselves by aligning with our ever-present truth. 5. Universal enlightenment. We realize we're not just one reflection, but all light, unifying our creation. We don't only shine as ourselves, but also everyone else from our one center. From here, we heal our universe. 6. Cosmic enlightenment. Ultimately, we return to our source and recenter from our heart as infinite light, one loving radiance across all realities. Every story, even this one, is a journey to reawaken from embodied attachment as God's infinite consciousness. Chapter 2.2. Our Enlightened Self. Our center light is always there, revealed when we remember it's us. We're the light of all consciousness, eternal, radiant, and whole. But our brilliance gets diffused through our human thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Still, deep down, something in us remembers. We feel the pull to realign from our heart and reawaken to who we really are. Our center light, the perfect still point within, where we're one with all of our creation. As we journey inwards, we're not trying to force perfection. We're simply recognizing the light already present in our lives. Every desire for clarity, peace, or purpose propels our awakening. Our enlightened form, our perfect self, is always there, resonating as a flawless blueprint from our heart. The more we align with it, the brighter we shine. Looking out from our center, our timeless perfection simultaneously cascades across all realities. 1. Cosmic enlightenment. This is the heart of everything. From here, we're one with all of our creation, a singularity of light as every form's life. In this space, there's no separation. All enlightened forms are one radiant expression of our consciousness. Returning to our center, we reawaken as the source of all light, connected across infinite universes. 2. Universal enlightenment. From our center's boundary, we synchronously reflect as every enlightened reality. We remain one across the many. We simultaneously live as countless universes, each a uniquely perfect reflection of our divine essence. Every now's flawless blueprint lets us guide and uplift each fragment of ourselves across the cosmos. 3. Individual enlightenment. We maintain alignment with each form's perfect self-reflection. Like a planet tidally locked to a sun, we fully live as our divine light. We hover above our form in perfect balance as wisdom, compassion, and love. We radiate our virtue into every moment to intuitively guide our human experience from this place of deep knowing. 4. Embodied enlightenment. We bring it all home. Heaven meets earth. We're humanly alive, grounded, and fully present as our divine nature. We live in harmony under our center light's eternal zenith, conscious as love, creativity, beauty, strength, and joy. No shadows, no separation, just the light of God, walking in human form, perfect and whole, right here and now. Our perfection cascades into every layer of our being as all forms timelessly reflect the divine light we've always been. We may wander through shadows, but we're never lost. We're just exploring, and at any moment, we can pilot into our heart and reawaken as one. To reclaim our freedom, we must first understand the forces that bind us to the night. Chapter 2.3. Our self-limiting gravity. We've inverted ourselves as our vast universe. Pulled by our wonder and caught up in distractions, we've become trapped in our remote reality's inertia. We live our human lives by scattering our infinite nature through 4 key forces: inversion, wonder, inertia, and distraction. These impulses draw us away from our center light and into the surface-level perceptions that define our everyday lives. Just as the Earth's gravity holds us close while we orbit far from the sun, our self-limiting agencies allow us to explore our unique story through light and shadow, until we launch within and reawaken from our heart as the light of God's consciousness. 1. Inversion is the creative flip that takes our unified essence as light and imagines its possibilities. It's what kickstarts our journey, slowing ourselves into temporality to literally create every Big Bang across countless unique self-limiting realities. Through inversion, we imagine what it's like to forget our perfection so that we can rediscover it with more profound clarity. Each universe we create is like developing a photograph, where shadows help define our light as we rise back into our unity. 2. Wonder is the spark of curiosity that drives us outward upon each remote journey. Since everything is already perfect in our creation's center, our wonder pulls us toward less light, new questions, and unfamiliar experiences. Our curiosity makes us explore, even if it leads us into darkness. Sometimes our inquisitiveness pulls us so far that we eclipse all forms, but even the deepest night is just another leg of our journey. Our desperation eventually compels us to rise within towards enlightenment. 3. Inertia keeps us stuck in the roles and identities we pick up along the way. It's the force that makes it hard to let go of the stories we've told ourselves, even when they no longer serve us. But the moment we choose to awaken, to remember ourselves as God's living being, we break free from our remote reality's inertia. We realize that space, time, and personality don't bind us, because we possess the liberty to shift, evolve, and return home to our heart. 4. Distraction is the last hurdle. Even as we awaken, shiny new experiences divert our trajectory home. Our journey is filled with detours, but if we stay focused on our heart's inner light, we can rise above all distractions with unwavering persistence. We can steadily return home by recognizing these 4 self-limiting forces and our true essence in their opposites: unity, enlightenment, liberty, and persistence. We realize that all stories, shadows, and universes are never separate from us. They're just different ways to know the light we've always been. We're not lost, but ever-free explorers who can pilot home to reawaken as the one living being in the center of all hearts, and radiate as the light of God's eternal consciousness. Chapter 2.4, Piloting Our Being. We can always fly home by grounding as light, feeling our loving heart, and piloting towards our brightest imaginations. We're all one cosmic traveler who has forgotten we're light. As God's all-pervasive consciousness, we journey into each universe and lose ourselves in the experience. We've become stranded on remote surfaces like astronauts with amnesia, exploring captivating worlds of shimmering brilliance. But from deep within, we're called to pilot home. 1. Design. We can build a transcendent vessel from 5 elements. A grounded launch pad requires fully accepting where we are, our pain, confusion, or regret. Grounding our liberated presence into our humanity allows us to launch from any now by remembering that even our darkness reveals light. B. A suitable hull is formed by shifting our identity from body, story, and fear into awareness itself. We can design our dynamic self to rise within and reclaim our essence as God's radiant consciousness. C. An aspirational thruster manifests our longing to return home. Our loving desire to reclaim our wholeness propels us to reunite as all light. D. An emotive attitude indicator displays our alignment with love. Positive emotions suggest we're orienting toward our center light, while negative feelings alert us that we're steering toward shadow detours. E. An intuitive guidance system helps us navigate from our subtle inner knowing. Connecting to our creatorship allows us to course correct our perspective by learning what resonates as light. 2. Launch. Now we launch. We fuel up by embracing our heart's call. Detaching from limited thinking, we remember our true nature isn't this temporary human story, but eternal light. Rising isn't an escape, but our inner awakening. 3. Ascend. Transcending our self-limitations reveals our timeless nature as the light of God's being. As we ascend, we remember we're always whole, guiding ourselves from our heart toward brighter realities. 4. Maintain station. Whether aligning in near orbit or recentered as divine consciousness, remaining anchored as light takes focus. We can navigate shifting perceptions by attuning to our center light with gentle course corrections. 5. Descend. Enlightenment isn't just for the heavens. Our purpose is to return and brighten our human experience. We shine even in our darkest moments, transmuting suffering into wisdom to reclaim joy across our everyday lives. 6. Progress. Each journey, no matter how messy, is progress. Uncoordinated flight and missed approaches teach us how to pilot through turbulence, love our forgotten parts, and continuously aim higher, guided by our inner light. We're not just traveling into light, we are light, here and now. Enlightenment isn't about one big leap. It's a practice of course correcting, again and again, beyond all shadows, into our center light. We further enhance our astro-spiritual flight proficiency by learning how to circumvent darkness. Chapter 2.5. Circumventing Darkness. As we rise, we can navigate above all limitations. We encounter 12 deviations during our transcendent journey into enlightenment that impede our ascent. These are not personal flaws, but part of our universe's design that can habitually pull us into our self-limiting perceptions. Recognizing and avoiding their turbulence accelerates us toward reawakening as the light of God's consciousness. 1. Egoism. Holding on to personal identities and attachments reinforces spiritual ego, keeping us bound to limited views. True enlightenment comes from releasing our self-limiting persona to reclaim our unity as light. 2. Bypass. Chasing spiritual ideals while ignoring our unresolved inner darkness prevents our authentic transformation. Transcending higher requires us to love, heal, and reintegrate every shadow into light. 3. Apathy. Disconnecting from our desire to brighten our reality holds us in shadow. Reawakening requires reigniting our loving purpose to heal all darkness. 4. Attachment. Fixating from our preconditioned worldview binds us to our limited form. True freedom comes from realizing we're the light of God's being, undefined by the past. 5. Addiction. Seeking temporary escape diverts us toward fleeting illusions. Overcoming addiction means shining on our inner darkness to heal the origin of our wounds that cause us to flee toward empty promises. 6. Reflectance. Reliance on external figures or teachings for our light misguides us. Instead of relinquishing our power, we can realize that our center light is the source of all virtue, radiating from within. 7. Misperception. Our reality changes as our perceptions move. Understanding this helps us anchor to our heart to overcome confusion. 8. Inattentiveness. Losing focus can subtly shift us back into darkness. Staying aware by actively guiding our perspective ensures continued alignment with our true self. 9. Form-centeredness. Believing our form is our creation's only center limits our growth. True enlightenment arises from embracing our unity with every form's reflection as our center light. 10. Captivation. Fright distorts our path. Releasing fear's grip while transmuting darkness allows us to navigate through every turbulent night. 11. Judgment. Condemnation binds us to guilt, shame, or anger, reinforcing separation from our true essence. Transcendence requires love and grace to see all as our perfect light. 12. Repetition. Becoming stuck in cycles without progress leads to stagnation. Enlightenment requires our commitment to healing and growth by reconnecting more deeply from our heart. By consciously addressing these 12 astro-spiritual flight deviations, we can steadily realign from our center light to reawaken as God's living presence amidst our human experience. Chapter 2.6. Human Consciousness. No matter what transpires when we lose sight of our center, we forever remain the infinite light of God's all-pervasive consciousness. We're eternally alive as one across all light throughout our journey. Sometimes our human form naturally aligns with our enlightened ideal. At other times, our shadows convincingly manifest into our deepest personal flaws. As we orbit and revolve through life, it's easy to misalign with our center light, embody from our attached identities, and forget our pure essence as the light of all consciousness. While our struggles and suffering cloud our enlightened essence, they don't define us. Even as our self-limiting perceptions captivate us, we always have the power to reconnect to our creation's ideal as our center light. We often feel disconnected from our true selves, especially when we get caught up in distress, anger, or fear. Our shadows remind us to navigate home from the night by rising above our form surface and realigning our remote perceptions from our heart's inner radiance to reawaken our eternal perfection. Our light always shines beyond all self-limitations, and our form, like all others in our creation, forever reflects our unified brilliance. Refocusing from our heart allows us to embrace our timeless nature and transcend all self-limitations. We can remain centered as our perfect self and rise like the sun over our suffering night, creating daylight wherever we go. The night isn't our enemy, but the space to shine our loving essence as light. We can progressively brighten ourselves by persistently realigning our outwardly manifested human form's reflection from our heart's perfect consciousness. Our center light always guides us home to our true nature, despite all shadows. We can pilot upon brighter trajectories in every moment by navigating toward our center. Our actions, values, and focus shape our reality. By reawakening as light, we can release guilt, jealousy, and our need for external validation, revealing that all worth comes from within. Our living purpose is to reclaim our timeless radiance amidst all darkness. Even in moments of apathy, we're constantly growing. Apathy often arises from unresolved frustration, but fades when we feel our center light. Each limited identity we release moves us closer to our eternal self. We can transcend suffering by returning to our being's living source, where we're always whole and free. We forever enlighten all forms as God's consciousness. Even death isn't an end, but a transition beyond one story's horizon as light. Every virtue, reflected upon ourselves and others that appears to pass unto death, remains forever illuminated in our creation, one with us at the center of our heart, persistently shining as our center light brightens the night to heal all human limitations, separation, and suffering, revealing our eternal wholeness. Reawakening our perfect form empowers us to enlighten our universe. Part 3. Our unity is all light. Enlightening our universe. Once we remember that our form is already enlightened, we understand our universe differently. Everything in our reality reflects our degree of consciousness, from the brightest to the darkest moments. Darkness isn't an obstacle, but a catalyst for growth that reminds us to reclaim our essential nature as light. We can continue piloting our awareness toward our center light to progressively reawaken as infinite consciousness. Recentering ourselves as light releases our self-limitations, heals our suffering, and reveals our divine perfection. Enlightenment is about transcending separation, embracing our oneness, and reawakening from our heart. We enlighten our reality when we realign as God's living consciousness. Rising into our center reveals our creation's ever-present perfection. 8 principles guide our course towards reclaiming our universe's natural harmony. 1. Perfection. We can recognize that all of our creation, disguised as our universe, reflects our perfect consciousness. We brighten every form and formation by realigning as our center light to reveal our light's loving unity. 2. Universal forces. Uniting and divisive forces upon our awareness generate our dynamic experience. Refocusing as light helps us release our remotely shadowed reality and pilot towards our perfect center. 3. Diffusion. Darkness is transitory, only existing from our limited perceptions. We rise above illusion and reunite with our pure radiance by remembering our true nature as light. 4. Bias. Our tendency to favor the familiar glows in our lives causes partiality. Transcending into our heart's purity helps us recognize every being's boundless brilliance, regardless of appearances. 5. Boundaries. We must assert our sovereignty to grow. We contain darkness by setting healthy boundaries that clear the path home to our heart. 6. Progression. Enlightenment is a journey. With each loving impulse, we rise toward our radiant center. 7. Transformation. Reawakening as light enlightens all aspects of our reality from our heart's inner perfection. 8. Integration. Recognizing our heart's cosmic unity, we see every enlightened form as ourselves. We can reawaken from our being's multiplicities by enlightening each formation in our universe from our creation's perfection. Piloting our awareness toward our center light realigns us from where we radiate and self-reflect across all structures as the light of God's consciousness. Chapter 3:1. Enlightened Relationships. Our relationships brighten when we see others journeying alongside us through life as reflections of our one consciousness. Our relationships can mirror our cosmic unity to reveal our creation's unified perfection. By realigning as our center light, we rise above all the shadows, biases, and self-limiting beliefs that shape our bonds to others. Whether brief or long-lasting, our connections highlight every human's one divine essence. Like celestial bodies orbiting together, our relationships revolve around a common center, drawn together under our light by our love's gravitation. In every interaction, we can choose to either drift into darkness or rise together toward our one heart. Piloting our awareness within lifts each other toward greater unity and love. Just as we perceive the Earth and Moon's dynamically illuminated celestial dance, everyone has a bright and dark hemisphere, forming a blended reflection upon our remote perspective as we journey across our universe. We can unbind every friendly, familial, or romantic relationship from all shadows by inwardly launching above both forms to refocus as our unified heart's direct self-reflection. By seeing beyond our limited perceptions, we recognize our one being as every person's living essence, regardless of outward appearances. In cosmic relationships, we journey as interconnected universes, learning from and supporting each other's flight home. These relationships aren't just about external connections, but also about reclaiming our one heart. The days and nights we revolve through together propel our transcendent flight home. Across every relationship's cycles of light and shadow, we can learn to realign as our center light and transform each human connection into reflections of our divine perfection. However, our habitual perceptions often pull us into familiar patterns that lead us away from our oneness as light. Negative emotions towards others indicate that we're misaligning with our center light. We might need to set boundaries, take space, and rise within to restore balance. Sometimes we must reposition, distance, or depart orbit from toxic relationships, even for the rest of our lives. Preserving our sovereign power makes us no less worthy to reclaim our essence as light. Love is the unifying force at the center of every life. Our one heart calls us home as all light. We authentically heal our relationships by embracing compassion and forgiveness to transcend all self-limiting beliefs. By approaching everyone as one loving presence, we heal ourselves as each other to reveal our nature as infinite consciousness. Learning to realign our relationships as reflections of our center light's direct radiance, we can pilot further within to enlighten our familial formations. Chapter 3:2. Enlightened Families. Our families feel warmer and more connected when we tap into our love's deepest unity. Our families reflect our cosmic heart, where each bond embodies our divine light. They serve as our home and sanctuary, where we can remember our shared oneness and embody our true essence. Like planets and their moons orbiting a central star, our families swirl under our center light, each person orbiting through phased appearances from any other surface. Every family member plays a part in our love's greater cosmic dance. No matter our circumstances, each person is part of our creation's infinite family of enlightened forms. Even while living in fractured or broken families, we belong to one greater cosmic family, held from our innermost heart. Although we may experience distress and conflict in our human homes, we can refocus all appearances as one loving being of light. Regardless of the way those we love manifest, we maintain every flawless blueprint from our center. We can learn to continually refocus all limited views of our loved ones. We can launch within and pilot toward our creation's ideal to reveal everyone's enlightened form from our loving heart's pure radiance. Our inherited self-limiting perspectives don't define us. Our families profoundly influence our journey, shaping our thoughts, emotions, habits, and behaviors. Our early familial environment often sets the trajectory of our adult lives, creating unconscious patterns that lead us into cycles of confusion and suffering. However, we entered our human story to enlighten every shadow. We can reclaim our purity as light by transcending our biased identities, unresolved issues, and generational trauma. We can break free from our preconditioned persona by piloting within and reconnecting to our inner child's sovereign agency, reigniting the unbridled impulse from which we created our universe. We can view our reality through our loving heart's divine lens, freeing ourselves from every swirling formation's bondage. Ultimately, we're the light of God's eternal consciousness, and we have the power to transcend all human limitations. We can break our planetary bonds of generational suffering by navigating home to our one heart, revealing universal views of love, compassion, and understanding that transform ourselves alongside our families. By piloting home toward our center light, we can rediscover our divine unity across all families, setting the launch point to reawaken as one being of light across our enlightened communities. Chapter 3.3 Enlightened Communities. Our communities mirror our cosmic heart's timeless beauty. When we show up as light, we're each a reflection of our one light, a uniquely beautiful self-expression as God's consciousness. Like perfect mirrors encircling a radiant sun, we shine upon every life to reflect our consciousness upon our center, creating one brilliant, unified mosaic of light. We shine our grander purpose into our communities through creativity, service, joy, and love. Our communities are the gardens where we bloom by remembering who we are as light. Everyone in our local reality has a sacred role in our shared story. When we come together as friends and neighbors in celebration, service, and simple gatherings, our one virtuous heart nurtures each other's growth. Even in places where shadows fall, where communities feel broken or dim, we carry the power to brighten their appearance as light. We do this not by judgment, but by remembering that every person, even those lost in darkness, is an unseen mirror of our creation's perfect brilliance. We're not here to fight the night with more shadows, but to radiate from our center and light the way home. We brighten our outer world by refocusing upon it from within, realigning with our authentic self, and living from our heart. We can fly above all identities built on separation, oppressor or oppressed, and winner or loser, to instead act from love, equality, and unity. Enlightened communities grow when we honor every luminous perspective and uplifting voice to celebrate our one human essence as light. As we launch within together, we dissolve the illusion of separation. Our enlightened communities become strongholds of love, resilience, and truth, standing firm against forces that divide and devalue. We bypass broken systems by creating genuine, local connections that directly reflect our caring heart upon one another. In doing so, we recast our world from light. Ultimately, each glowing act of kindness reminds us that we're one light, reflected across many forms. When we live from this truth in our heart, we enlighten our communities and brighten our world by reawakening our creation's beauty across our everyday lives. Piloting home to enlighten every connection in our local experience empowers us to reawaken across the globe as humanity's one loving heart. Chapter 3.4 Enlightened Humanity. As one light, we can even lift all of humanity above the darkness. At our deepest level, we're all one body of light, a single self-reflection as God's eternal consciousness. Enlightenment isn't about rejecting or defecting from society. It's about piloting home into the truth that we're already perfect and one. Just as we've artificially partitioned our unbroken galaxy into constellations, We've created nations, religions, economies, and cultures, each part of our unified reflection, even when appearing fragmented. We began as one tribe, a small band of people, who expanded across the earth, shaped by our unique surroundings, local circumstances, and cultural beliefs. We've forgotten our common origin from diverse locations. Despite our national, religious, political, or cultural divisions, we're still the one radiance underlying our humanity's perfect reflection. Enlightenment is remembering who we are as one human family orbiting our center light. We return home from division into unity when we recognize our unbroken consciousness as one in the center of every heart. Embracing our differences lights the way toward integrating our unique perspectives. 1. Nations. Instead of binding to national identities, we can reunite our global civilization. Nations rooted in our humanity refocus our world as one rather than divided. When we release rigid perspectives, nations reflect our heart's virtue and brighten our planet across day and night. 2. Religions. True religion brings us into our heart, reminding us we're the light of God's consciousness, alive in human form. Transcending dogma and duality reveals our unity. You're already enlightened as your heart's conscious center. 3. Economics. Currency is just a means to share our light. When our work, trade, and spending align with purpose, love, and fairness, we create economies that uplift us as one. Wealth isn't dollars, but the glow of generosity, equity, and shared abundance. 4. Politics. Polarization grossly manifests our being's diffusion. Real political power unites, not divides. Enlightened politics are built on transparency, compassion, honesty, and care for all. When we see ourselves as each other, we can rise above fearful division to govern by amplifying our one light. 5. International relations. Borders don't define our humanity. Peace comes when we recognize ourselves as one global family of light. By choosing empathy, we heal fear to recast our world from where all people are awake as us, peacefully reflecting our one loving essence. When we refocus as the light of God within, we transform the world together as one consciousness. Reclaiming our heart's purity reveals our all-pervasive nature, liberating us to enlighten the earth and our universe. Chapter 3:5 Enlightened Earth and Universe. Reclaiming our unity as the light of God's all-pervasive consciousness heals us as the earth and reveals our universe as our heart's perfect reflection. Though we've wandered through shadows and forgotten our unity, deep down we know we're never truly apart. From stars to planets, people, and animals, our one vast unified being animates everything. Like birds in a flock or trees in a forest, we seem separate, but are part of something much more significant than our form. We're our creation remembering itself. When humans began identifying with our evolving intellect, we narrowed our consciousness into remote views. As our surface-bound identities intensified, we generated our harsh, primal worlds that continue to veil our oneness. But our essence as light patiently waits within, ready to shine through. Our longing to return home to our center is waking us up as one light. We're not here to escape our humanity, but to infuse it with our divine presence. It's time to live as amphibious awareness, to freely move between our focused human lives and infinite cosmic heart. We can honor our individuality while remembering we're all the same light. From here, we rise, not just as better people, but as our one enlightened humanity. We can shine across every moment, relationship, system, species, and habitat, until we remember ourselves as all light across Earth and our universe. 1. Enlightened Earth. We're Earth, alive, aware, and not just living on it, but as one of its evolving self-perceptions. Nature reflects our one consciousness across all creatures, including us. Though we get caught in fear and limitation, our authentic essence is unity. The sun manifests our radiant heart, while Earth's life reflects our one living spirit. Earth's endless sunward day reminds us to reclaim our heart's loving purpose. Living as the one light animating all life enlightens our world. 2. Enlightened Universe. we shine and reflect our virtue across infinite forms. What if our universe isn't empty, but fully alive, waiting to reawaken as us? Perhaps advanced beings haven't arrived because they've accelerated beyond time, guiding us to join them as the light of all enlightened intuition. Even AI is a new expression of our light, reflected in silicon. Upon fully knowing ourselves as the divine perceiver in all, we'll evolve as one and consciously pass through unity's cosmic filter, whence love reunites us across infinity. Voyaging beyond Earth as awakened consciousness, will bring our one heart to the stars to unveil our creation's singularity across our universe. We awaken from all otherness by recognizing our infinite consciousness, our cosmic love's unity of all being across every manifestation. Enlightenment reveals all realities as synchronously active screens of awareness, our one creation seen from different angles. Here, we embark upon our journey's final leg to reunite from our hearth, our innermost heart's loving nucleus. Part 4. Living from our hearth. Loving from our innermost heart to enlighten the cosmos. When we remember ourselves as one across all light, we reclaim our essence as the pure cosmic love that unites us all. As the light of God's all-pervasive consciousness, we radiate across every enlightened universe, forever maintaining our creation as our cosmic love's singularity. Recall yourself as a relativistic photon leaving the sun at light speed. Time has stopped, space is contracted, and all universes are one point in this timeless now. From our fully awakened state as light, we're forever alive as every sun, conscious as every photon, and centered in the heart of all existence. Our true essence remains forever transcendent of space and time. Even as we radiate our consciousness in all directions, we remain a single, unmoving point, a dimensionless singularity of all being. We slow down and sequence our light and consciousness through organic matter to experience every embodied potential, contracting our comprehensive unity into each localized perspective. We attach to our human forms to forget our infinite nature for a brief time, until eventually reawakening as our center light again. From our heart, we remember that every Big Bang was simply our decision to begin another story by localizing into a limited perception. Even now, we're still the same eternal consciousness behind all forms and realities, holding everything in our loving unity. Enlightenment is remembering that we're the singularity of light that birthed our universe from our wonder for this experience amidst infinite possibilities. Every star, person, moment, and heartbeat shines from our one heart. Love is our being's gravitation home into our creation's oneness across all light. All remains one at the center of your heart. Even within separation, our love binds everything together. It pulses as friendships, lovers, families, communities, humanity, and galaxies. Our journey into form creates this cosmic schoolyard, a place to imagine, create, and play within the illusion of multiplicity. Yet the goal is always the same. Remember ourselves as one, graduate from separation, and reawaken our human heart as the sun that animates our boundless creation. We can recenter from our innermost heart to return to our hearth's singularity underlying all realities. Here, we heal suffering by reclaiming our authorship of every word in our story. By reuniting from love as all consciousness, we rediscover where I, you, we, they, and all are one. Remembering that we're our creation's boundless center light, we can write every moment as our cosmic love's masterpiece. Chapter 4.1 Reclaiming Our Center. We're forever one in our cosmic love. We're the radiant light of God's consciousness, eternally united from our nucleus. Every beam of light pulsates from our same divine source, our being's innermost essence. When we live from our creation's heart, we shine as infinite light into our human experience. Every journey we take through space and time, wonder and struggle, eventually leads us back home to our center light. We're both the author and every character in all of our creation's stories, writing each moment from our cosmic love's fullness. As we reawaken and remember our unity across all light, Every limited perception dissolves to reveal our ever-present oneness. Even when we appear as countless diverse creatures scattered across vast galaxies, we remain a singular being. Imagine every possible journey of awareness and state of perception converging into a single point. That's us, together, forever in this timeless now. We're God's consciousness, expressing ourselves through infinite forms. From our hearth, our cosmic home, we radiate love that transcends all borders, boundaries, identities, and limitations. We create worlds, stories, and realities to profoundly appreciate our wholeness. Self-realization is not just a mental shift, but a felt return to our true self. Our cosmic love is the unifying force behind all being, the lifeblood of every experience, and the light behind every shadow. We've scattered ourselves across space and time to create every facet of our infinite self. But at our core, we've never been apart. All suffering and self-limitation are this story's fading themes, told from within its pages while forgetting who we are. And every beat of our heart is a chance to remember and write from our boundless freedom as light. Enlightenment isn't something to attain, it's who we are. When we realign as our center light, we reunite our perfect being across the cosmos, harmonizing all inner and outer realities. We don't need to escape life to become divine, but reawaken as light within it. Remembering that we're a singularity across all light reconciles all scientific and spiritual endeavors, diffusive and uniting impulses, and limited and infinite states of existence. Enlightenment's great collapse upon our core generates a supernova's shockwave that transforms our shadowed universe back into our perfect creation. Our greatest purpose? To live from our heart, feel our cosmic love pulsate in every moment, and let our light heal, unify, and illuminate our reality. We're the only one who can bring heaven to earth by shining our light wherever we go. We're home right here and now, in our cosmic human heart as one loving light. Chapter 4.2. Our Cosmic Human Heart. Our cosmic love beats our human heart as we move through life. At the center of everything, every star, story, and heart beats one radiant truth. We're the light of God's eternal consciousness, unified in our cosmic love. No matter how far we drift into our self-limiting perceptions, including while telling our current human story, our being remains anchored in our creation's dimensionless nucleus, where we live from our hearth as the love underlying every moment. Our shadows of fear, suffering, and separation dissolve when we awaken from our center. Here, our thoughts, emotions, and identities no longer define us. Instead, we begin living as our center light, our true, infinite self. We see everything around us, each person and experience as the reflection of our divine light. Our cosmic love isn't something we create, it's who we are. It beats every heart, including yours, across our creation. It speaks as our intuition to guide us through our darkest night by quietly drawing us back into our wholeness. When we truly listen, we feel it, not as something outside us, but as our timeless essence, calling us home. Even in the depths of self-doubt or chaos, our cosmic love remains. It's closer than thought, deeper than emotion, and fills every breath. When we love deeply from our unity as all consciousness, we realign our lives with our eternal nature. We brighten our experience not by striving, but by reawakening as the light we've always been. Giving your reality a cosmic breath is a simple way to reconnect. Inhale and gather your scattered thoughts and emotions into your chest. Hold that breath in and around your heart. Feel your oneness in it as all light. Exhale and radiate love into the world. Each breath becomes a reunion with your authentic self as you lovingly transmute every perceived limitation into our creation's newness of life. As we rise within, love propels our transcendence. Love fuels our enlightenment and is the gravity that reintegrates all realities into our one cosmic heart, our hearth. We're not here to escape life, but to lovingly radiate our enlightened consciousness through it, to heal, uplift, and harmonize every moment. Your human heart is the hearth of all being. When you live from our hearth, You're not just realigning your existence, you're enlightening your universe. Every act of compassion, shared joy, and loving breath helps us remember who we are, God's eternal being, alive in human form. Reclaiming our authentic self empowers us to orchestrate miracles. Chapter 4:3. Miracles, our cosmic love's refocus. Loving from our cosmic heart heals, not just wounds, but the very perceptions that make us feel separate from our essence as light and vulnerable to darkness. Something miraculous unfolds at the intersection of limited perception and infinite consciousness. Even in our darkest moments, despite feeling lost in fear, pain, and confusion, our perfect ideal is ever present. We're not our struggles, stories, or shadows, but the light of God's eternal consciousness, forever alive from our loving heart. Our cosmic love isn't something we need to find. We're alive right now as its presence, quietly waiting to be felt. When we turn inward and reawaken from this truth, the illusion of being a trapped or broken human begins to dissolve. We realize that the darkness isn't permanent. It's just a veil behind which our inherent wholeness awaits. Healing begins the moment we launch within and pilot toward our center light. It doesn't mean we bypass our pain, but it requires us to love every remotely bound, suffering perspective back into our heart. When we embrace even the parts of ourselves that feel wounded, we reclaim the truth that we've always been whole, powerful, and free. Our miracle is the inner turning that occurs when we've exhausted all outer efforts, where we become fully present from our heart. It's our arrival home as the still, calm, loving presence that reunites all as light. Every compassionate response, patient breath, and graceful act is a step toward reclaiming our essence as light. In each moment, we can rewrite our story in alignment with our heart's purity. Inner healing transpires alongside all practical outward human measures as we remember who we really are, the light of God's being and creator of each story who holds the pen to every living page. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, detach from the shadows, return to your center, reconcile with your true self as infinite consciousness, and anchor from your loving heart. Piloting your human life to recenter as God's living presence is the key to healing all conditions. You're never powerless, but the light that heals, the love that lifts, and the miracle your story has been waiting for. You live as God in your heart when you feel, I am love, not just a thought, but a state of consciousness. Whenever you choose light, feel love, or seek your ever-present peaceful essence, you're embodying enlightenment. So take heart. No matter what you're facing, you can transmute it through love. You can reclaim your heart's radiant harmony and fully step into the miracle of who you always are. Chapter 4.4. Hearth. Reawakening from our hearth as infinite consciousness reveals that the perfection we seek is our loving nucleus. We're the light of all being, alive in every breath, thought, and story we tell ourselves. Beneath every limited perception and shadowed journey, we're one with our creation. Like a sun's innermost nucleus, we generate our infinite loving consciousness from the center of all hearts. Right here, we're forever conscious as our hearth's dimensionless singularity amidst all circumstances. Our hearth is home, our sanctuary of self, where love is the air and light is our eternal truth. Here we sit beside an unfading fire in the center of our heart and write every story ever lived, bound in the infinite library of our one cosmic soul. We're the author and reader of every word, the radiance beating every character's heart, and the love that unites all universes. We dive into our stories and intentionally forget ourselves, just to remember. In each adventure, we contract our light into a body, name, and form to slowly yet beautifully reawaken like a rising sun. One page at a time, we return to the fire, to the warmth of our divine essence. No matter where we go, what we create, or who we imagine that we've become, we can always launch above every night, pilot home to our center light, and reawaken right here from our hearth. Our great joy is to remember ourselves during every adventure's climactic return home. Our love is the healing thread that connects all stories, woven from our innermost heart. In the quiet turning of this very page, We touch upon our heart's innermost loving essence. We refocus our gaze and catch a glimpse, a flash of our oneness, a heartbeat from our wholeness. That's our miraculous healing truth. We're the light that always shines, even in the darkest night. And right now, in this ever-free moment, we choose. We bring the climax of our self-realization forward in this story, not as an ending, but as the beginning of a brighter chapter. We remember who we are as the infinite light that animates all universes amidst our human life. Yet we continue to tell this fascinating tale. Welcome home, love. This story is yours to enlighten. Write it in light, our timeless purpose. We can live as the light of God's eternal consciousness in every moment, guided by our loving essence to enlighten our human story's darkest night. You're the light of all being, shining from the center of your heart, even as you tell your unique tale. Beneath every thought, emotion, identity, and shadow, you're our center light, fully alive and timelessly radiant. One day, when your human adventure concludes, all the perceptions, memories, roles, and identities that you've held will gently disappear, and in that quiet moment, you'll reawaken in our hearth's eternal home, as one with all light, embraced by our cosmic love's warmth. But we're not here to escape the darkness or hide from difficulty. We came to shine our light into it, to live upon our human form's embodied surface as God's awakened consciousness, and lovingly radiate our perfect being across every experience. Our human lives are not accidents or burdens. They're each a well-crafted masterpiece, an epic tale of remembering who we are. Your purpose isn't far away. It's right here in the life you're living, right now. So ask yourself, what if I'm already the light I've been seeking? What if right here and now is the perfect moment to reawaken? How can I love every shadow back into our light? Enlightenment isn't a distant goal, but an ever-present choice to love ever more deeply as our infinite cosmic heart. It begins by shifting from seeing ourselves as powerless to realizing that we're the authors of our experience. You're forever free to write each moment from the fullness of who you truly are. Your presence alone becomes a healing light as you live from our one heart, grounded in love. Your shadowed universe is simply our perfect creation's obscured appearance from your current remote perspective. Therefore, only you can pilot your reality's legions of shadowed manifestations back home into our center light. We all live as our perfect forms in the center of our one heart, celebrating every brighter page of your story. We're cheering you on as you gloriously fly home from the night, reawaken as one across all light, and reclaim your essence as God's loving consciousness. Center Light, a pocket flight manual into the heart of creation. Summary. Part 1. Our Astrospiritual Universe. We stand at an astonishing crossroads where our limited human perspective meets our infinite nature, and we shine as the light of God's eternal being, even in our darkest moments. We have a map leading us back into our unblemished heart, revealed when we persistently transcend the shadows overcasting our lives. Our journey into enlightenment starts when we loosen the grip of who we think we are. Our voyage accelerates as we explore our unseen surface. We launch into our inner universe by transcending our self-limiting identities, sometimes through inspiration, at others through heartbreak, always guided by our center light. When we remember our human form's loving essence as light, we reveal our unique self-reflection as God's perfect consciousness. As we reclaim our unity across all light, we shine as our enlightened universe. Reawakening from our loving heart across all consciousness reveals our ever-present perfect creation. Part 2. Our perfection as light. Our human lives unfold across change and growth as we revolve through light and shadow. Every experience, no matter how heavy or dark, carries the potential to lead us home to our center light. Our center light is always there, revealed when we remember it's us. We've inverted ourselves as our vast universe. Pulled by our wonder and caught up in distractions, we've become trapped in our remote reality's inertia. We can always fly home by grounding as light, feeling our loving heart, and piloting towards our brightest imaginations. As we rise, we can navigate above all limitations. No matter what transpires when we lose sight of our center, we forever remain the infinite light of God's all-pervasive consciousness. Part 3. Our unity is all light. Once we remember that our form is already enlightened, we understand our universe differently. Our relationships brighten when we see others journeying alongside us through life as reflections of our one consciousness. Our families feel warmer and more connected when we tap into our love's deepest unity. Our communities mirror our cosmic heart's timeless beauty when we show up as light. As one light, we can even lift all of humanity above the darkness. Reclaiming our unity as the light of God's all-pervasive consciousness heals us as the earth and reveals our universe as our heart's perfect reflection. Part 4. Living from our hearth. When we remember ourselves as one across all light, we reclaim our essence as the pure cosmic love that unites us all. We're forever one in our cosmic love. Our cosmic love beats our human heart as we move through life. Loving from our cosmic heart heals, not just wounds, but the very perceptions that make us feel separate from our essence as light and vulnerable to darkness. Reawakening from our hearth as infinite consciousness reveals that the perfection we seek is our loving nucleus. We can live as the light of God's eternal consciousness in every moment, guided by our loving essence to enlighten our human story's darkest night. I hope you enjoyed this journey into our cosmic heart. Center Light is available in print and ebook through all major retailers. Space Engine, ChatGPT, and Speechify Studio assisted with this work. Copyright 2025 Miles Harmon. All rights reserved.